So, I was thinking about conversations with my brother. One particular conversation, I think I've mentioned previously, we had motorbikes before we were old enough to legally ride them on the road and stuff. And one of the motorbikes that I had, just before I was old enough, not long, was a Fantic GT. Was it a scrambler? Everyone always says when they hear I had a Fantic, they all think that I had a trials bike or something like that, but it wasn't. It's a Gran Turismo. Lovely bike. It was such good fun, and we used to ride it off roads. Now I'm not sure what the law was at the time, to be honest, but it clearly didn't apply to us youths. And there was a place we used to go to called the Ings, and they'd been doing lots of building work and pipe work and all sorts of things there, and it was just alongside Clifton Bridge, I think, over the Ouse. Not Clifton Suspension Bridge, a much smaller bridge than that. And next to the bridge was like a little road that went down to the river and just stopped. I don't know if it's where they used to launch boats and things, I'm not sure, but you used to be able to then go under the bridge and over onto the Ings. And yeah, I'm not sure you were allowed on there. In fact, I know you weren't allowed on there, otherwise this story wouldn't exist at all. But anyway, yeah. Oh crikey, what's it? He's not this sure. Yeah, so anyway, this bit where they'd been doing pipework and stuff and dumping earth was marvellous to scramble around on the motorbike. It's really quite, you know, we'd made quite a track round it. It was real good fun, and me and my mates, quite a few of them, we'd all trundle off, because we always had to find someone who actually had a licence to push the vehicle there. So that, because what we'd do is we'd push it, it's a couple of miles, maybe 3 miles hike, and we'd push the bike over there full of gas, and we'd go and have a rip-roaring time. And I seem to recall we did know full well that we weren't supposed to be on there. The motorcycle was quite loud, 2-stroke, you know, bit of an expansion pipe on it, wow, really crackled. Anyway, this day we'd gone, there must have been about 5 of us gone, and in fact one of my mates that was with me was someone he'd already met. He was the kid off the GS850 and my partner in the outfit racing, so he was with us as well, and we're having a real good time. And then across the fields we saw the Rosa. The Rosa's turned up, just one Rosa, and so we switched the bike off and we ran like hell with it, and we got alongside the river and we lifted it down onto the beach, which was sort of cut away from, you know, where the weather and the river had cut away at it, and there was a nice little beach. So we dragged it down the edge like a mini cliff, if you like, and we all laid there hiding, hoping this copper hadn't seen us. But quite clearly this copper was like Stuart Fillingham, because he was diligent. He'd done, you know, when he went after his man, he went after them. And all of a sudden this shadow of this copper loomed over us, usual sort of things. What you're doing down here? Oh, we're just having a barbecue. What you're doing with that motorbike? Oh, we just took it in case it got nicked. We didn't want to leave it, and all the lies that you come out with. Anyhow, what he did, he made us oink the bike back out and depart, but he walked with us, and when we got back to the road bit, he sent my mates off, except for my mate who was who you've already met. And the reason he kept me behind was it was my bike. The reason he kept my mate behind was, I mentioned previously, he was a funny guy and he made quite a lot of wisecracks, so he decided to keep him back. And in those days, coppers, they weren't beyond giving you a clip round the ear, and we'd take it. Yeah, that's better than a fine. Yeah, slap us round the head. And so anyway, all my mates gone. There's just me and my key mate. I'll call him my key mate. And we're there on this little bit of roadway, and he then starts getting our names and addresses and stuff, and date of birth. And so we give him our dates of birth, and he says, well, you are old enough to have a motorbike. And we said, well, I think, Mr. Officer, you're wrong there. I think we can have a motorbike at any age we like. And he said, yeah, but you're not allowed to have a motorbike on the road. And we said, yeah, we know that, we haven't had it on the road. And he said, well, how did you get it here then? And we said, well, our mate pushed it here. And he said, which mate? I said, well, you've sent him away. So he'd sent him off, and we couldn't get the bike back. So this copper was absolutely livid. He'd forced us into a life of crime, that we'd have to actually push this bike back, even though we weren't allowed to, but we'd have to do it under his orders. And so our punishment was, he said, right, I want you two to look down this road, he said, and you're not going till you've each brought me 10 pieces of litter. And that's what we had to do. Yeah, unbelievable. We became litter pickers, and all the only stuff we could find was things like ring can pulls from Coca-Cola and other refreshments that are available, and lollipop sticks. And we even had a discussion with him about whether lollipop sticks constituted litter or not, on the grounds that they were wood. But he decided to let us have them as litter, and eventually we succeeded, and we did, and we pushed our bike back. Amazing, amazing. I wish coppers were like that now. It'd be much more fun. So yeah, I thought you'd like that mutter from that conversation with my brother.